So this is a Ayurveda and traditional Chinese medicine inspired meditation that I've been doing more recently to try to correct a male energy imbalance that I believe is at the root cause of male pattern baldness. If you're wondering why I have bean bags on my head, they're actually sandbags, and they're trying to weigh down these overly rounded, bulging areas of my skull that I think are shifting the growth pattern and causing a receding hairline. It's really a receding contour to the skull, which I think, I think that's caused by a male imbalance that shoots life force up into the skull region. So male energy goes up, female energy goes down. We have this thing called the life force that's circulating within us. In traditional Chinese medicine, it's Qi, and Ayurveda, it's prana. So in that life force, the male energy, the natural male imbalance, which is normal for a male because we are males, pushes life force up, which is why we grow taller, we grow away from the earth towards the heavens more so than women. We also have broader upper bodies and bigger skulls because where that life force goes, there's an expansionary effect. If you're looking for a scientific explanation for male pattern baldness, this is the wrong channel. I'm sorry, go somewhere else. I did all the science stuff for over a decade, took all the chemicals, ingested the drugs, put it on my head. It didn't work, and it poisoned me. And then I tried all the natural stuff from the internet echo chamber, and that didn't work. So now I'm doing my own thing, trying to figure it out on my own. So I think it's this thing called life force that's getting pushed up, concentrated in the skull because of male energy imbalance. There's some social conditioning aspect to that, modern living, lack of rites of passage. There are a lot of environmental factors, is what I'm trying to say, that can cause a male energy imbalance, but also just being a male will makes us naturally predisposed to this rising energy and concentrating in the skull and expanding it out. So this meditation, it's alternate nostril breathing. I guess it's rooted in Ayurveda, Indian, traditional Indian methods of healing. And the idea is that your two nostrils are different energy pathways. So you have the male energy, right? Well, that's what I was talking about. There's a male energy, the yang in traditional Chinese medicine, that rises and expands up. And then there's the yin, the female, that sinks down to the earth. That's why women have wider hips. That energy sinks down here and expands. Women are closer to the earth, and they carry more of their mass in the lower bodies. Males more towards the heavens, up, male energy goes up, and we're broader in the shoulders and the head, and we're also taller, close to the heavens. So the left nostril is the yin, the female nostril, and then the right nostril is the yang, the male energy channel. So the idea is you stimulate both the yin and the yang, the male and the female, and it balances out the energies. Right? And that's kind of the goal in a lot of these ancient medical practices. You want to achieve balance in the male and the female energy. And when you have balance, then you have Qi, prana, life force. That's circulating freely and appropriately in your body, not really concentrating in any particular place, like the skull, which is where I think it does with males, because we think a lot, and that's part of the environmental factors. We're taught to read way too young and not rely on our intuition, and we think, a lot of energy getting shot up into our head. Females are able to balance that because they get exposed to structural learning way too early too, but their natural energy reservoir and energy direction is down here in the gut. That's why females are more intuitive. That's my theory anyway. So anyway, the idea is you just breathe in through one nostril. So first the female, and then you breathe out through the right nostril, the other nostril. That's the male, and then you breathe back in through the right nostril, and then back out through the left nostril. So in that way, you're stimulating both the male and the female. The other aspect to this that was partially inspired by this Qigong book that I'll affiliate link in the description, The Way of Qigong. I don't know, there's some Chinese doctor or whatever. He says you don't want the life. When you when you breathe in through one of the nostrils, you imagine the life force coming in through your body. And that's not crackpot stuff. Like, the air actually contains the life force. And that's, like, there's a lot of, I mean, it's in the Bible. God breathed into life. God breathed into Adam the breath of life. So, like, there's more, air is more than just gas. And, like, any sort of, like, ancient religion or any sort of religion, like, they understand that there's a life force in the air. And I think it's, the Bible, the famous, in the Genesis, it's kind of a famous passage about God breathing life into Adam through his nostrils, and that's breathing the life force into him. And that's like plants, animals, humans, we all breathe. We all have that one thing in common. We all have to breathe, and it's because there's a life force in the air. Not just gas, there's a life force. There's something intangible. Anyway, so you breathe in the life force, the chi. You imagine a white mist, kind of a white mist life force thing coming into your body and then coming out of your body. Now, this Chinese doctor was saying that you don't want, when you breathe in, you don't want the life force, the chi, to stagnate. You want it to keep moving. So you imagine it going up and down this middle channel in your body. So imagine you have one channel, the female channel, that goes through your nostril down to the sacrum, the bottom of your tailbone. And then there's a middle channel that goes up from your spine to your crown. And then there's a right channel, the male channel, that goes back up from your sacrum out through your right nostril. Now, imagine this, but these are also like supposedly real energy channels. Like, there's really a yin female channel that goes from your nostril down to your sacrum. There's really a male energy channel that goes, it might actually go from your sacral chakra up through your nostril. I don't know, whatever feels right. And then the middle channel, which is like the thruster channel, that's where all your chakras are aligned. So this is the Ayurveda aspect to it. So when in between breaths, you want to imagine the chi, after it comes down one nostril, and the female energy pathway, it gets down to the tailbone, then you imagine going up this middle channel. This is the thruster channel. This is where all your chakras are aligned. So what I like to do is imagine that the chi, the life force, is hitting each one of those chakras. So there's 7 of them for the 7 notes in the octave before you get to the 8th, which is the the one that takes you to the next level. And so 7 chakras, 7 notes in the octave. Themes of 7 on the earth. It's all natural stuff. Things that you see in nature. Anyway, so the 7 chakras, I imagine just the chi hitting every one of them up and every one of them down through that middle thruster channel and then back out the other nostril. So if you don't know where the chakras are, one is down at the tailbone, that's your root chakra, and then just below your belly button, a couple inches below, is the sacral chakra, that's the second one. And then you have the solar plexus chakra, that's the third one. 4th one is the heart chakra in the middle of the chest. 5th one, base of the neck, is the throat chakra. And then the third eye is the 6th, and then the crown is the 7th. So I kind of imagine like hitting the notes, ba 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 ba, and then out the other nostril. And then so I just like in the book that I got this from, minus the chakra stuff, I added that because I think that's cool. He said you make like a hang loose sign and then like just kind of close one nostril. So I close the right first. Breathe in the chi. Imagine a white mist coming down, descending into the sacrum at the tailbone, and then hitting the chakras. Bum 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 bum, and then breathing out the right. Breathe in to the right. Imagine the chi coming up to the crown, hitting all the chakras. Bum 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 bum. Breathing out through the left. And that's it. So it's just breathe in through one, let it descend, hit all the chakras up, hit all the chakras down, breathe out through the right, and just imagine that chi mist, white chi mist, coming in, up, down, and out. In, up, down, and out. And you do that. So in the book it says to do it 9 times, but I've been doing it just until like I feel good about it, like, and then feel like I'm ready to move on. But and then afterwards you should feel like much more balanced, much more centered, much more grounded, much less cluttered in the mind, yeah, it should feel pretty good afterwards. I've been trying to do this once a day, sometimes twice, maybe before like I do other meditations, just to like kind of clear my mind. But yeah, that's it. Trying to correct a male energy imbalance by simulating both the yin and the yang, the male and the female, through the nostrils. One nostril, the left, is your female, right nostril is your male. So if you want to calm yourself down, you breathe in through your left. You want to amp yourself up, you breathe in through your right. Both are needed throughout the day, but if you're trying to correct a male energy imbalance, focus on that left. Notice when your left nostril gets plugged up. That happens to me kind of frequently. Anything else? Shoot, no, I mean that's it. All right. See you later.